Hey everyone! Welcome to my channel. Today we're diving into something truly transformative. We're going to explore how I made over $1 million by focusing on personal development. Now I know what you might be thinking. Another get-rich-quick scheme, or is this even possible? I want to assure you right from the start, this isn't about quick fixes or magical solutions. This is about a journey of self-discovery, growth, and yes, eventually, financial success. But here's the most important part. The money? It's just a byproduct. The real treasure is who you become along the way. So get comfortable, maybe grab a notebook, because we're about to embark on a 1-hour journey that could change your life, just like it changed mine. My rock bottom. Before we dive into the how, let me paint a picture of where I started. 5 years ago, my life was, well, a mess. I was stuck in a job I hated, drowning in debt and feeling completely lost. Every morning, I'd drag myself out of bed, already dreading the day ahead. I was working as an engineer for an IT company that didn't value its employees. My bank account was always in the red, and I had maxed out 3 credit cards just trying to keep my head above water. My relationships were suffering too. I was always stressed, always irritable. My friends had stopped calling, and my family, well, let's just say our conversations were tense at best. I remember one night, sitting on the floor of my tiny apartment, bills scattered around me, feeling utterly hopeless. I thought, is this it? Is this all my life is ever going to be? That moment of despair, as painful as it was, became the catalyst for change. Because in that moment, I made a decision. I decided that no matter what it took, I was going to turn my life around. The turning point. The next day, I was walking past a small bookstore on my lunch break. Something made me stop and go in. Maybe it was fate. Maybe it was just chance. But that decision changed everything. I found myself in the self-help section, and a book caught my eye. It was A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. The title resonated with me, so I bought it, even though it meant skipping lunch that day. That night I started reading and I couldn't stop. It was like the author was speaking directly to me, addressing all my fears and doubts. But more than that, it introduced me to the concept of personal development. For the first time, I realized that I had the power to change my circumstances by changing myself. It wasn't about external factors. It was about my mindset, my habits, my approach to life. I devoured that book in 2 days. And when I finished, I knew I had found my path forward. Personal development became my obsession, my lifeline to a better future. The first steps. Now I'd love to tell you that I woke up the next day and everything was magically better. But that's not how real change works. It's a process, often a slow and challenging one. I started small. Here were my first steps. 1. Reading. I committed to reading for at least 30 minutes every day. I focused on books about personal growth, psychology, and business. Some of the most impactful books were The Power of Now, Jin Rohn books. 2. Meditation. I began with just 5 minutes of meditation each morning. It was tough at first. My mind was all over the place. But gradually I learned to focus and find calm. I used apps like Headspace and Calm to guide me. 3. Goal setting. I set clear, achievable goals for myself. Not vague wishes like get rich, but specific targets like pay off $500 of debt this month. I used the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. 4. Healthy habits. I started exercising regularly and improving my diet. It's amazing how much your physical health affects your mental state. I began with simple 20-minute workouts and gradually increased intensity. 5. Continuous learning. I started listening to podcasts during my commute and watching educational videos in my free time. These might seem like small steps, but they laid the foundation for everything that followed. It wasn't easy. There were days when I wanted to give up, when it felt like nothing was changing. But I pushed through and slowly I started to see results. The snowball effect as. I continued on this path of personal development. Something incredible started to happen. It was like a snowball effect. Each positive change led to another and another. First, I noticed changes in my mindset. I became more positive, more resilient. Problems that would have stressed me out before now seemed like challenges to overcome. This new attitude didn't go unnoticed at work. I started taking on more responsibilities, coming up with innovative solutions. 6 months into my personal development journey, I got a promotion. With the extra income, I was able to pay off my debts faster. But more importantly, I was gaining confidence. I started to see opportunities where before I only saw obstacles. I began networking, attending industry events and seminars. I was no longer the guy hiding in the corner, hoping no one would talk to me. Instead, I was engaging in conversations, making connections. One of these connections led to a consulting opportunity, my first side hustle. It was small at first, just a few hours on weekends, but it was a start, and it showed me that I had valuable skills to offer. Taking the leap as my side hustle grew, I faced a pivotal decision. My 9-to-5 job was holding me back, but leaving meant giving up a steady paycheck. It was scary, but my journey in personal development had prepared me for this moment. I had learned to embrace calculated risks, to trust in my abilities, and to pursue my passions. So 2 years after starting my personal development journey, I took the leap. I quit my job to focus full-time on my consulting business. The first few months were tough. There were moments of doubt, nights when I couldn't sleep worrying about bills. But I leaned on the mental resilience I had built. I doubled down on my efforts, often working 12-hour days to get my business off the ground. And you know what? It paid off. By the end of that first year, my business was not just sustaining me, it was thriving. I had clients coming to me through referrals, praising my work ethic and innovative solutions. Scaling up, but I didn't stop there. I kept investing in myself, learning new skills, staying ahead of industry trends. I hired my first employee, then my second. Before I knew it, I was running a real company. Scaling up brought new challenges. I had to learn about team management, delegating tasks, and creating systems for efficiency. Again, I turned to personal development. I read books on leadership, took courses on business management, and sought out mentors who had built successful companies. One of the most important lessons I learned during this phase was the power of surrounding yourself with the right people. I built a team that shared my vision and values. We created a company culture based on continuous learning and innovation. As the business grew, so did the financial rewards. 3 years after starting my company, we hit our first million in annual revenue. It was a milestone I had once thought impossible, but here we were, celebrating as a team. The $1 million mindset now. Let's talk about how this translated into making over $1 million. It wasn't just about the business revenue, it was about developing a $1 million mindset. 1. Continuous learning. I never stopped investing in my education. Even as the business grew, I allocated time and resources to learn new skills, attend conferences, and stay updated with industry trends. 2. Network growth. As I worked on my communication skills, I built a powerful network of mentors, collaborators, and even competitors. These relationships opened doors to new opportunities and partnerships. 3. Calculated risks. My improved decision-making skills allowed me to take smart risks that paid off big time. Whether it was investing in new technology or expanding into new markets, I learned to assess opportunities carefully. 4. Resilience. Personal development taught me how to bounce back from failures, which is crucial in business. Not every decision was a success, but I learned to view setbacks as learning opportunities. 5. Work-life integration. Instead of chasing work-life balance, I focused on work-life integration. I aligned my passion with my work, which allowed me to pour more energy into the business without feeling burned out. 6. Giving back. As my success grew, so did my desire to give back. I started mentoring young entrepreneurs and contributing to causes I cared about. This not only felt fulfilling, but also opened up new networks and opportunities. Beyond the million crossing, the $1 million mark was an incredible milestone, but it wasn't the end of the journey. In fact, it opened up new horizons I hadn't even considered before. I started investing in other businesses, became an angel investor for startups, and even launched a non-profit focused on teaching financial literacy and personal development to underprivileged youth. But here's the thing. The money, while nice, was never the primary goal. The real reward was the person I had become through this journey. I was more confident, more capable, and more fulfilled than I ever thought possible. And the best part? I realized that this journey of personal development never really ends. There's always more to learn, more ways to grow, more opportunities to make a positive impact. Lessons learned and final thoughts. As we wrap up this hour together, I want to leave you with some key takeaways. 1. Start small, but start now. Personal development is a journey of small, consistent steps. 2. Embrace discomfort. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. 3. Invest in yourself. It's the best investment you'll ever make. 4. Surround yourself with positive, growth-minded people. 5. Set clear goals, but be flexible in your approach. 6. View failures as learning opportunities. 7. Success is not just about making money. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, my journey is unique to me, but the principles of personal development are universal. You have the power to transform your life. just like I did. It won't happen overnight, but with consistency and dedication, you can achieve things you never thought possible. So are you ready to start your own personal development journey? Here's what I want you to do. 1. In the comments below, share one area of your life you want to improve. Let's support each other in this journey of growth. 2. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. 3. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more insights on personal development and success. I'll be sharing more detailed videos on specific strategies and techniques in the coming weeks. 4. Check out the description box for links to some of the resources I mentioned in this video. Thank you for spending this hour with me. Remember, invest in yourself. It's the best investment you'll ever make. Until next time, keep growing, keep pushing, and never stop believing in your potential.